Hurry! Immigration's coming! Welcome to an edition of the Valme Report. Today, we'll be focusing on the little island right next to Haiti called Cuba. Cuba. For those of you who don't know, Cuba is located in the Caribbean. Yes, that island right there. Located right next to Haiti. But okay, we're not talking about Haiti, we're talking about Cuba. Actually, yeah, let's bring it back to Haiti. Cuba wants to be Haiti, but Cuba can't be Haiti. Cuba is Cuba. We love Cuba, yes, but we love Haiti more. Cuba is home to very interesting culture, music, of course, social movements, frequent hurricane storms, a beautiful, beautiful beach and facade, and of course communism. Ah yes, Fidel Castro. As threatening as the sugar Führer. Now, to turn into our outside man, Andy Lopez, live in Cuba. Andy, can you hear me?
Yes, Mark!
Andy, are you in Cuba?
Yes?
That looks like the middle courtyard of our school.
No, I'm in Castro's palace. Just chilling.
Okay, never mind that. What can you tell us about Cuba's economy?
Well, under Machado, Cubans gained greater control over their own economy, and some important national development projects were undertaken. However, his hold on power was weakened by the Great Depression, which drove down the prices of agricultural exports and caused widespread poverty. When Carlos Prios Socaras took presidency, he carried out major reforms, such as founding a national bank and stabilizing the currency. Meanwhile, an influx of North American money fueled a boom, which raised living standards. However, the gap between the rich and the poor became more evident. When Batista took over, his regime was marked by severe corruption and poverty. Now, under the famous Castro, in the late 1960s, Hello? Hey, baby. What's going on? No, down here in Miami. I'm on TV? Awesome. Hey, I gotta get back to work. I'll call you later, okay? Bye. In the late 1960s, a trade embargo was imposed, which strengthened Castro's ties with the Soviet Union. Although the bills for these forces were paid by the Soviets, they placed a considerable strain on Cuba's.
So Andy, what do you have for us for foreign relations?
Well, Cuban foreign policy may in fact be the outstanding success of the Cuban Revolution. Its foremost accomplishment? Making it possible for revolutionary rule to survive for several decades, in the face of what, until very recently, was implacable and multifaceted U.S. opposition. In 1959 and 1960, suspicion turned into hostility, and serious disputes emerged with the United States. And for nearly a decade thereafter, the U.S., as we know, literally spared no effort to bring down Castro and his associates. Yet, 20 years later, after the Bay of Pigs, the missile crisis, intense covert pressures, a continuing U.S. embargo, and now the Cuban engagement in Angola and Ethiopia, Cuba's revolutionary family remains in control. The economy fell and rose, political forms at home were changed, but the same set of individuals that consolidated its hold on the government in the early 1960s remain at large. Foreign support, and only the Soviet Union had the military, political, and economic capacity to help them.
Thank you, Andy, for giving us this report. Now we tune into our leading woman, Felicia, out in Cuba. Felicia?
Thank you, Mark. I'm here in Cuba, along with my associate Andy, giving you a report about the social movements and the shifts in political spectrum here in Cuba. From 1948 to 1952, the Cuban Revolutionary Party was in power here in Cuba, with presidents such as Socaras. From 1952 to 1959, the Progressive Action Party ruled, with presidents such as Batista. From 1959 to the present, the Communist Party has been in control, with presidents such as Castro.
So Felicia, how long do you think Castro's been in power?
He has been in power since 1976, up until last year.
We are having technical difficulties. Castro's palace is being cleaned. Let's move.
Oh, Felicia, have you found a safer spot?
Yes, where I'm at right now is one of the safer parts in Cuba. Now that we have spoken about the shifts in the political spectrum, let's talk about the social movements. The most obvious social movement in Cuba was that of the radicals. Starting in 1956, the radicals created the Cuban Revolution. This was started due to political and economic corruption, and it resulted in the beginning of communist rule.
So really, that's how the communist rule started?
Why? That's not how you spell my name! Thank you. After the start of communist rule, several Cubans became unhappy with some of the policies and conditions. In 1980, Cubans stormed the Peruvian embassy in Havana and forced Castro to grant immigration. In all, over 125,000 Cubans emigrated to the U.S.
Thank you, Felicia, for giving us this inside look on the social movements and the shifts in the political spectrum of Cuba.
You're welcome.
Keep running, Felicia. Keep running. Religion played a very strong part in Cuba. Predominantly, 85% of the population was Roman Catholic, and the other 15% were Protestants, Santeria, Jews, and other religions. But of course, that all ended with Castro. Castro, of course, being communist, does not believe in religion. After the revolution, from 1966 until the late 1980s, Castro has turned Cuba into a highly materialized society, of course with the help of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union financially and militarily aided the Cubans. The most controversial aspect of this relationship was, of course, the Cuban Missile Crisis. That was it. If you didn't enjoy this, I think we have more stuff to show you guys.
Castro's position on the political spectrum can be described as
young apprentice of the dark side. Your journey is now complete. Join me, Darth Raoul. Turn that damn cell phone off.
Very sorry, master.
As I was saying, join me on the dark side.
Thank you, Master Fidel.
Fidel Castro, I am sorry. What are you doing? Ah!
And that, kids, is how Raul Castro got into power. Any questions?
Stop this revolutionary madness. All we need is a token of your submission.
Stop this revolutionary madness? That's gonna be a problem.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
Madness? This is Cuba!
Welcome to the Valme Makeup.
Sorry, I had to fix
Control of their economy. And many important the now Cuban engagement in Angola, Ethiopia.
Way to help me up, guys.
Sorry.
You're supposed 19.
Come on, Felicia. Come on, Felicia. Can we do this? Can we do
yes,
this?
we can.
Okay.